And we are here for you. You looking for one of the hottest podcasts out? We talk about relationships, trending topics. Punk gonna say whatever he wanna say.
Whatever.
I'm gonna say whatever I wanna say. And our guest, Leisha, I know she gonna say whatever the hell she wanna say. All right.
And guess who cares about what y'all think?
Who?
That's a good question. I don't give
He got that do say flow in the night, baby. Let's go.
Let me stop playing for that. You talking about he drinking E&J?
Not the E&J.
I was finna be funny.
Not
You know
the
this ain't E&J. It's not. Definitely do say.
All right. I'm Juso. I make us go. Punk makes us grow. And our guest helps makes the show. All right. Let's get to it. Oh, so we was already talking about, man. Oh, where's my little screen at? I need a little help. You know, we in here having a good time on, what's today? Tuesday?
Yep.
Man.
It's Tuesday.
So we was talking about the Mellow Bucks situation. I believe it was 19 people shot, 4 people was killed for an album release party at I think it was at a place called Artist.
Artist, yes.
Artist.
It's a new spot. They ain't been open 3 months, maybe 4.
Damn.
They just opened that.
And it's a shame because it's black owned as well.
Black owned.
And it's like I'll save that for later. But with this situation, Alicia, I wanted to talk to you because I know you're an artist, and you know, I just wanted to get your perspective on it, just in general. How you felt about the situation as a whole?
So the Mellow Buck situation as a whole, I just think it's really unfortunate. I think that, you know, we as a Chicago community, we got to do a little bit better. And I do understand the viewpoints when people are saying, okay, well, she's a female and she involved herself in guy stuff. But when you walk up and not walk up, because you see the video, it's a drive-by. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but it's a drive-by. And when you open fire on a whole group of women, like, that's beyond whatever y'all got going on the streets. Like, you don't open fire on no whole group of women, regardless of if you saw one person out there, because majority of the people that got hit was people that was just there as supporters. It was girls. They shot a bunch of girls. So my heart go out to, Mello, and I just really genuinely feel bad for the business owner because they were getting a lot of backlash. And then, like, I don't know if you guys saw the police chief's briefing, where he was the alderman. He was the alderman, and he was saying how we don't want this business here, and it's bringing too rough of a crowd, and we're going to do everything in our power to keep them closed. So I feel like whatever it was that they wanted got successfully completed. I feel like those people in that area already didn't want that business there. It's really sad because it's 2 black women that own that business. They opened it to promote community, and it's getting shut down. There was no way they could have predicted that would happen. So I just think it's very unfortunate across the board.
Punk, give it to me. What you think about just the situation in general, and yeah, just the situation in general.
The situation definitely is anytime people getting shot, killed, that's a sad situation. My first question was she in the streets? Like, what she got going on? If the answer is yes, I mean, this was different than you saying they shooting at a group of women, but it ain't no different than if it was a male rapper and it was a bunch of people out there and they got shot up. You shooting at a group of people regardless. For like, sure. It is what it is. If somebody losing their life, to me it's the same. Like, it's no extra emphasis because it's like, oh, you shot at a group of women. But these women, I'm not saying they are, but if you're involved in the streets, I don't know what you done did, who you done killed, shot at. From my understanding, she posted something like right before the album release party about somebody who people got killed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot. It wasn't just like that, but it's when you live in that type of life, like, that's what comes with it, and people got to be careful the environments they go in. It is unfortunate for the business owners. They may not have known she had whatever she had going on, but these streets ain't safe. People want to play in them and think that it's safe. It don't matter how big you are, how big you think you are.
That's
Like, especially in Chicago, you're not safe. So don't. It's a reason why some artists from Chicago don't have shows here.
And they leave and they don't come back.
Or
Chief Keef.
they don't release where they having the show at. I got.
But see, what it was is that it wasn't even released. The issue was people were posting live as the event was happening.
Okay.
And you could see in the background the name of the venue. So it wasn't hard to find out where they was having it at, because you could clearly on one of the blog pages see the exact location.
So again, that's why people don't have their
Stuff
stuff
here
in Chicago. But you want your people. You blew up here and you can't celebrate here because you in the streets doing whatever it is you doing, and at the end of the day, these people lost their life.
One of them was a hairstylist. I think she was it was a hairstylist, lost her life.
Some of her, like,
some
was it her
boys.
boyfriend?
Her boyfriend.
Two of her
Her close
sisters
friends.
or close friends that she calls sisters.
Well, I definitely feel like if whatever was going on wasn't a wake-up call, that definitely was, because that's traumatizing to anybody to lose 4 people close to you in a short amount of time. And then
Is it a wake up call though?
that I don't know.
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know her
Because-
personally, but I do think that will wake.
You would hope.
I would hope so.
Because how many people we people get killed every day and we still doing the same stuff? Like,
I just think that's real low, though. Even as like a guy that's in the streets, to open fire on a group of girls is ridiculous. Like, out of the 19 or 18 people that was shot, only like I think 2 or 3 of them was guys. So it was all girls, and these weren't street girls. These were girls that was there to support.
and that's, you keep saying girls, they just people, because how many people get shot that ain't street people
You know
because
what,
it's a
that's true.
street person that's in the crowd. Like, you should have shielded your people from that, knowing you got something going on. I know an artist personally that done told me, cuz y'all can't come to the show.
Right.
You
Because
know
of
what
what
I'm
they
saying?
got
Because
going on.
if something happened, we don't want nothing to happen to
To
y'all.
y'all.
You know, like, if that's the type of life you live in, you got to keep your people safe.
And so what does this say? Because we seeing an uprising female drill artists. So what do we say in that scenario with all these girls wanting to do drill music now?
To me, I think that's up to the women. Because why is it that women want to do those things and drill music and be in the streets and out here? This ain't the first time I done heard about females being deep in that life like that. There's
For sure.
killers out here that are women.
Oh, I went into a whole last night. Y'all got to put that
Go
on.
ahead. Come
I
on, give
went
it to
into a
us.
deep dive on Bonnie Drip. I don't know if y'all ever heard of her, but when y'all get some free time, y'all need to look up Bonnie Drip.
Bonnie Drip, okay.
She put me into a rabbit hole last night. She's a female rapper that's currently out, but she's got like 7 alleged murders or bodies.
Ooh.
And she keep beating it. Every time they pull her in the police station, they can't find nothing on her. And she's gorgeous, but like she got this very crazy like aura about her. And I went into a deep dive on her on they were calling her like the female John Wick. But they can't catch her. Whatever it is she doing, they can't catch her. And then when
So
she
she
sits
like Colombiana.
when she sits in the interviews, because she's doing podcasts and stuff, and she's just like got this demeanor like, hey, they can't touch me. Like hey, you asking me to incriminate myself? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bonnie Drip, come on the show. Save it for the Booth podcast. Okay, that was just
So with that, it's like, like, how do you differentiate then that it's just like, oh, that's just a group of girls?
That's
Women.
true.
All right, let me I want to broaden this conversation outside of the specific Mellow Bucks shooting and everything. But I wanted to know your opinion on the connection between the music industry and getting on as an artist in the streets, because it seems that we're using one to fuel the other. We're using our street beef to fuel our career. And it's like the deeper you are into the Chicago streets, like the gang culture, the drilling,
The bigger your career.
the bigger your career. First of all, do you guys see that correlation? Do you believe that correlation is true? because I want to take it back to, there was a documentary about the Chicago music scene. It was some years ago, probably 10 years ago. Don't quote me on that. But it was when they introduced the world to drill, basically. King Louis, it was, who else was on that? Katie Got Bands. And they was basically introducing the world to drill. And it just seems like we can't make a distinction between the music and the streets when it comes to Chicago artists.
I think that's because most of the time music is like, I'm not a musical artist, right? So I'm not saying this is like true, but I feel like most music comes from you, like who you are as a person, your experiences, what you've been through, how you feel, what you feel. The best music typically comes from that because there's so much emotion behind it. It's real, it's, authentic, and these people usually live in that life, and I mean, it's unfortunate that they have to live that life, that's what they have to rap about.
They don't have to. It's just cool now.
I mean, I don't. So
a lot of them are choosing this.
Are they choosing to rap about it, or are they choosing that life to rap about it?
A lot of them are choosing this life.
I believe they're choosing this life. I don't disagree with that at all. These kids are choosing that life.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then they're rapping about it
because it's glamorized.
Exactly.
But what came first, the chicken or the egg? Are they choosing this life because they just want to be in this life, and then they're getting popular and getting a career off of it? Or are they choosing this life because I want to be a rap artist? I want to be the biggest thing. I want to be the next Lil Durk. I want to be the next King Von.
Now or when it started?
Period.
I think now maybe some of it is,
it's
but
glamorized.
when you talk about the people that introduced it, I think it was circumstances. I don't think they chose to go into the streets and then wanted to rap. No, it was circumstances. They probably used the music to.
But what about now?
Now it's I think a lot of these kids going to the streets because it's glamorized, fast money. They think they wear certain clothes, they gonna have these cars because it's the streets, and you hear a lot about how people came from the streets, but they not telling you about the worst parts of it,
right? Or they telling you,
they
but
are
it
telling
still sounds good.
It sounds
it
good.
Still sounds glamorized.
We think
in the
music.
money
is like we see the end result, and they're not telling you that everybody not gonna be a rapper. You think you gotta go through that to be able to rap and be a good rapper, or seen, or notarized, and it's just that ain't the case.
So for me, from an artist standpoint, just being an artist myself, what I've noticed is that in the earlier times, like when I'll say in the 90s, like when hip hop was coming about, a lot of times there was real street beef, but a lot of the stuff was forced by the labels. So a lot of the rappers you saw who was rapping about a lot of stuff, a lot of them wasn't even in the stuff that they actually in. Right now, the labels are profiting on going to the hood and creating these street beefs. So these are more real beefs than they were back in the day. Like back in the day, the rappers a lot of them wasn't what they was rapping. Now these guys are literally rappers that are beefing as if they still in the streets. So which is why you see the stuff that we see with the different rappers that's passing away and stuff in these beefs, rap beefs. It's different. And I think that a lot of the younger generations, they are looking at this stuff and they glamorizing it, and they don't know how to disconnect entertainment from reality. So now it's just one. Entertainment and reality is one now. It's no disconnect.
Because their entertainment is somebody else's reality, and they don't understand that. They just think like it's all entertainment.
And it's not.
It's not. Like,
it's not.
Some of these people live these lives.
And they don't understand consequences. So a lot of them be doing stuff like we see the Uprising and the Kia Boys. Whereas they still in these cars, and these little boys 10, 12, they don't really comprehend the idea of going to jail for 10 years for stealing a car, because it seems cool right then and there, or even just dying or anything. They don't really see consequences like the way we do as adults.
They don't.
But it's because of what's being pushed. The narrative that's being pushed now is the labels are going to the hood. They are grabbing the most They not grabbing fake gangsters like they was in the 90s.
They grabbing the serial killers.
They going and grabbing the most gangsters that they can find and bringing them to the industry.
Grabbing the serial killers.
And it's sad though, because now these are the people who are painting the pictures for the kids. So now the kids feel like they got to do this. Now they feel like they, in order to get on, that's what they got to do. And it is sad. Like, it's sad to look at it, but that's just what it is. It's really on these parents to monitor what your kids is, because the parents ain't really monitoring. The parents, the kids be on. I be seeing the stuff the kids on TikTok doing, and sometimes the parents be behind it. Y'all ever seen Lil RT?
Hold on. Yeah, we spoke on it. We ain't gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna. We talking. We ain't won't even want to promote that. Punk making facial expressions. Let's go. What's going on, Punk? You over here making facial expressions? You don't blame the. It ain't the parents' fault. It ain't the parents' responsibility.
It's absolutely on the parents.
Okay.
No, it's not all on the parents. A lot of it is on. No, some of it is on the parents, right? But at the same time, these kids are making choices.
Adult choices.
Big ass adult choices. Like, it don't matter how much the parents talking to them, what kind of life they done lived, where you raised them at, what they done seen. I done seen kids that only been in the suburbs.
And they want to be in the streets.
Want to be in the streets, thinking they from the streets, or tell somebody they from somewhere in the city and ain't never
been
there. But I'm a bad parent. Hell no, you're not finna tell me that.
It's not. That's not all the time.
It's
but
not.
there are a lot of parents who think it's cute.
And that shit is tragic.
They think it's cute. I couldn't believe when I saw, you said you don't want to promote him, so I ain't gonna say, but when I saw that little boy and his mama was 10 toes behind all that cussing and rapping and
20v1s and stuff.
Yeah,
20v1s.
Yeah, 20v1s.
With adults.
And he's sitting there and his adults twerking in front of him, and he ain't no more than 9 years old. So the parents are part of the problem when you introducing your kids to certain lifestyles so young.
Yeah, if that's what you're doing. And I done had a kid tell me that. Like, I grew up and what I'm supposed to do. Like, I grew up and this is what I saw all the time. Like, how do I do something different? Until he had some kind of traumatic happen to him. Then it's like, nah, I'm trying to get my shit together like I see. But he grew up in a certain lifestyle. So what are you supposed to do?
That's what they gonna see.
But there's kids out here that didn't grow up in that lifestyle. And they still choosing that lifestyle.
Because they look cool. Till your ass in jail.
Yeah. We're going.
Worse.
All right, let me switch it up. I love having two people that talk. I don't gotta jump in much. Make my job easier. Alicia, being married is not a flex. Facts or cap?
It's being married a flex. I don't think it's a flex, but I don't think it's not a flex. I think it's a flex if it's something you're proud of.
Let me pause. People love remixing my questions here. Alicia,
wait, tell me the question again.
Being married is not a flex. Facts or cap? It's not a flex.
It's not a flex.
Facts or cap?
Oh,
true.
I think it depends if it's a healthy marriage. If it's a healthy marriage and you did it the right way, then that is a flex.
Okay,
it's not
let's get into that.
It's not a flex, but because it's a part of life. Getting married is a part of life.
Hold on. It sounds like she's trying to double talk us, Punk. Save it for the booth. We don't do them double talk.
Getting married is not a part of life. Everybody don't get married. It's not something that you have to do. It's not a requirement.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example, right? So I just saw this post on TikTok that said, women, if you're not married, go to work with a wedding ring on your wedding finger, even if you're not married, right? And they said because women in the workplace get more respect and get treated differently when their bosses think that they're married. And a lot of people were chiming in on that.
Hold on. Did that come from a woman?
Yes, it was from a woman. But they were basically saying that women are treated different based off being married and not being married. Single women are treated different in the workplace. This is something that I saw on TikTok. Now, I don't know
if it came from a woman.
It did come from a woman.
Why does that matter, though?
I don't think men think like that. I don't think a man looks at another man and be like, "Oh, he's married. I got more respect for him. I got more admiration for that man over there with that wedding ring on." I think she's
saying they get more respect from men.
From men.
I say I don't think men think like that. I don't.
In the corporate world.
You don't think men look at women and be like, oh, she has a ring on?
I do
She's
though, just a little bit.
I don't.
Nah.
No, I don't.
Well, this was something I saw on TikTok. So they were saying that women who wear wedding rings to work are traditionally treated better in the workplace.
So I got a question. Having money, is that a flex factor or no?
No, I don't know. What's a flex?
Okay.
Is being married a flex? For me, it's only a flex if it's healthy. Just being married and you go home every night and get punched in your eye, that ain't no flex. You going home and you a single wife? He laid on the couch.
Single wife.
A single wife. You single wives exist, y'all. If you going home and you got
yes, please explain
What?
this.
If you're
Please
going-
explain this.
What?
single mom wives exist.
Single
If you're-
moms.
If you're
Wow.
going home and you're married and you got that newborn baby, that baby hollering all day, that man won't get up and help you with that baby. Y'all married. He won't get up help you do that laundry. He won't help you get up and do nothing around that house. And you stuck with that baby. Ooh, this was just went viral. Ashanti and Nelly just went viral for this a couple of days ago.
We talked
just
about
been
this
viral for
already.
this
Because
We did,
Nelly said
literally.
he wasn't helping Ashanti with that baby. So yes, single moms exist in marriages. So
She
no,
a single mom?
she's a single mom married. I don't know. She's
How?
something. That man ain't helping her. So she living the life of a single mom with a man in the house. So
Okay.
for me is marriage a flex? Yes, if it's a healthy marriage. If you in a healthy marriage and you flexing on me telling me you married and when you go home that man blacking your eye, that ain't no flex. If you go home and he ain't help you with nothing around the house, he ain't help you pay no bills and you doing everything like you still by yourself, that's not a flex.
See, that's like who dictates like whether that marriage is happy or not. Because with the Nelly and
don't
Ashanti shit, he told her that
That's ridiculous.
she
What he
knew
tell her, Punk?
that he wasn't doing all of that.
No.
Like, that's that until that baby
talk.
can talk, and he wasn't doing nothing.
So her marriage is
hold
not
on.
a flex.
Why not? She agreed to that. She chose that. Who are you to tell her she shouldn't flex about her marriage?
She
who
can
are
flex
you,
about it,
who
but
are
who's she
you to say?
flexing on?
No, I'm just saying. You saying it's only a flex if it's done right and you're happy. Who's saying she not happy?
She delusional.
Not because you don't think she should be happy. That's
I
us
don't
trying to
think-
dictate how these people should feel.
I don't think we
he
dictate-
told her that in the door, and she chose to do it. and
There's
said
a
it was
lot
cool.
of women who will deal with a lot of nonsense to say they got somebody.
Nonsense to who?
To people with common sense. Because
That's-
y'all just giggle when y'all just said y'all know he said he
But
wasn't doing
she
nothing for that
married.
baby.
But we be thinking it's a certain way, but she's married.
But what
Clearly,
does
what she
marriage
doing-
mean if you ain't
Right.
getting the support you need?
Who says she's not? That's the thing. When you
That
agree
man
to-
said she's not.
when you agree to things, right? That ain't no different than saying marriage ain't a flex because I pay all the bills and my wife don't pay for shit. We agreed to that. So
It's
a
not a
person on the
flex.
outside saying that man ain't happy because he pay all the bills and he should be doing 50-50. So I should feel like my marriage ain't a flex.
No,
Why
I think that
not?
only you know, only the person in the
Common
marriage
sense
knows.
say 50-50. You see what I'm saying?
Only the
That's-
person in the marriage knows if it's
Exactly.
healthy.
So
So
who
I
are-
can't tell you if it's healthy or not, but it's not a flex if I know it's. If you coming to me
You
every
don't
day,
know.
I don't know. But I'm saying if we do know, we know that ain't no flex.
So just not even thinking about none of that because that's us projecting our feelings and emotions into something.
Well, you asked me, is it a flex to me? So if you come try
But
to
it's
flex,
but we ain't talking about whether you think it's healthy, whether you think it's not. Is the idea of marriage a flex or not?
no, only
Okay.
if it's healthy.
It can't be no only.
It can't. It's a
you
double-edged
dictating them
sword.
people.
It's a
What-
double. It's a double-edged sword. If it's a
Let me
healthy
get it.
marriage,
Just
yes,
like
that's
the
a flex.
semantics now.
If you come in there and that man is growing, he's growing you as a woman, you growing him as a man, y'all growing y'all family together, and I can't tell nobody if that's what's happening in their marriage. But if that's not what's
so
happening,
why we assuming it's not?
if that's
these people
because
married,
sometimes we can see it. We
If
can see
these-
Offset and Cardi B. That's not a flex. If Cardi B
Oh,
come
she trying
tell
to get
me,
us into top. She trying to get us to our next topic.
if you can't, if I can
Thank
see
you.
it's not a
Thank you.
flex. It ain't a flex. If I can look at it
How
and
you-
see it ain't a flex, I can look at it and see, and we know that man is cheating on you. So you say, oh, but I'm married, but that's not a flex. That's not a flex.
It's on.
Like Sierra, I feel like somebody now. Granted, if behind closed doors, Russell doing something we don't
now we
know,
talking about behind
but we don't know.
That's my
but we don't
whole
know.
point.
But for
You
what we
don't-
that's
so
not a
we
if it's
not-
not healthy, it's not a flex.
This is what I'm trying to say. We don't know what 90% of the world got going on behind closed doors.
Correct.
So the idea of marriage, flex or not, because you steady saying
Everybody
if we
want
know
the idea. Yeah, the idea
So
is a
it's-
flex, but getting
okay,
in it.
so
Is
that's
it a
all
flex
we-
when you get in it?
marriage a flex.
I
Cap
don't
or
know.
fact?
I don't have a definite answer for y'all. I'm very middle of the fence. It's only a flex if it's healthy.
We
if
don't
it's,
do that middle
if it's,
shit
If
over
it's
here.
toxic, it ain't no
Don't
flex.
do that
Strap
middle
it.
over
It ain't a
here.
flex if it's toxic. It's only a flex if it's
Okay.
healthy.
All right. So this leads me to my next segment.
Do BBLs think? No.
Dude, BBL stink is crazy.
That is crazy.
They been talking about that BBL smell on TikTok all week.
Oh, business.
I say that BBL smell is rough.
Damn. Okay, Punk, I'm trying to be messy over here. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I was on Instagram earlier and I saw my problem is I want left and the right, but I still want to be single.
I want left
That's me.
and the right.
Hey, let's look at the picture.
That's for me.
Let me
Can
see
you
this.
describe?
Let me see this.
Can you describe
My
the
problem
picture to the?
is I want the left and the right, but I still be wanting to be single.
They got
And what's
Russell
the
Wilson
picture?
and Sierra on one side, Ari and Moneybag on the other side.
Hold on. Can you repeat that? What's the picture?
Russell and Sierra
Uh huh.
and Ari and
Moneybag.
Moneybag.
Mm-hmm.
Want both of those.
All right.
I want
And
the
to be
left and the
single.
right, but I want to be single.
And I want an explanation. Let's go. What's going on with this?
Ask the person that posted it. This wasn't me, y'all. He wasn't searching my Facebook this time.
Usually I'm on punk shit, but I saw that today. I'm like, gotcha,
Oh,
let's
she
go.
crazy.
Yeah, let's go. What you coming from that point?
So when I say I want the left,
Uh-huh.
the left is Russell and Sierra.
Okay.
So yes,
What come with the left?
the left is the
That's
romance.
the marriage that you can flex about.
That's the marriage,
flex.
the sweetness, that's the support,
Alright.
that's the general goal of what people want from marriage. From what we see, we don't know what's going behind closed
Goal?
doors.
Is that synonymous with flex punk?
That's what I'm saying. That's from what we see.
Should
We
be.
don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but from what we see, we all got that little fairy tale Russell Wilson in our head. So it's like I want that.
All right, and what's Ari in?
And Ari and Moneybag is more like the edgy relationship, and it's like I don't want the toxic of them, but you know that relationship's a little more edgy. It's a little more, young, a little younger, a little ghetto.
What's the edgy part?
It's a little ghetto.
The
They be in
toxic
the
that you
club.
don't want.
They be in the
That's
club.
what you want it, but you don't. Which one you
toxic-
want? What you want?
So it's like it's just like the little bit of ghetto that they got going on with the Ari and Moneybag. But then again, I still want to be single.
Okay, so you can't.
Why?
You can't
I
have
was
it
just
all,
talking
please.
about the single shit with my
Please.
I
cousins.
can't
Why
have it
y'all
all.
wanna be
I'm
single?
disappointed that I
Okay,
can't
but
have
why,
it all.
why do you want? Hold on.
What
Why
is
do you
it
want
all?
Marriage and singleness.
I think that it's probably just me just being funny and being selfish, but just saying that I want to have it all. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want to have my cake and eat it
No,
too.
that's a serious question. Because what's it all? It might be somebody that's out here where you can have it all.
May be somebody out
So
there
you
that
gotta know what's it all and lay that shit out. Because you
I
might
think it
could.
all is just having somebody who has the morals, like the Russell morals, but maybe
Nah,
the
we ain't talking about Russell. We talking about
well, me.
what's
That's what I'm
your
giving.
all? What are Russell
I'm using
morals?
them as a-
I don't follow Russell like that. What's Russell morals?
So the family morals. I would love somebody to have the family morals, and the wanting to provide and wanting to be loving and wanting to be out loud. But also, what the Ari and Moneybag brings is more like the fun, so they can go to the strip club together and they can do. It's not really a prude relationship. It's like they are having fun, they living their life, and they still being young together and exploring life together without the cheating, without all of that.
So you think Russ and them some prudes?
I don't think Sierra approved. I think Sierra is a freak.
Why y'all think Russ a prude? He with her. How you know that?
I don't know. Russ
Maybe
might be,
he just
keep
ain't out
popping
loud
them, he
about
putting
his
them babies
shit.
in her every 5 minutes, so I'm sure he
Maybe
ain't
he
that much
just ain't
approved.
somebody that's out loud about it.
But I don't think he approved. I think he a good guy. I think he is. As far as I hope he don't come let me down, but I think he's a good guy. So it's just like the things that Russell brings. We want that. But we want the fun that Moneybag brings. So to being able to go to the strip club or to probably,
So you want somebody out.
Right
You
in the
want
middle.
somebody loud.
no, loud is too
Because
much.
I feel like You
think
Russ,
Moneybag is loud?
I'm saying what you want. Russ could be that.
He could.
But he ain't loud about it. You don't know it. You don't see it.
He loud enough.
No, what I'm saying is he could be what you think Moneybag is, the fun or whatever else. He
But we
is
don't
that,
see it.
But you don't see that. So you want somebody loud where you gonna
I
know.
want somebody in the middle. In the middle
I
between
not-
the
you
good
know
guy
what,
like
though?
Russ and the ghetto like Moneybag.
You know what? I think that depends on y'all relationship
that too.
and what you expose to the world. I don't think Sierra and Russ expose
Everything
all
that
of
they
their
be having
things to
going
the
on.
world. They probably have a
They
fucking
probably
ball
lit.
together.
I'm
They
sure
probably
they
do be
lit.
getting buck
Doing
wild.
all type of
But see, we
shit.
don't ever see them get buck wild like that.
Because you ain't supposed to. I
And
ain't
Ari
gotta
and
show
Moneybag,
nobody.
we see
You
it,
see it.
But
So-
we don't see the bad stuff that probably
but
be
you
going on
don't.
behind
You
closed
don't.
doors. So that's
you
why I
just see
said
the fun, but you don't know what you get. You might be getting that in Russ, but you just assume
don't
not
know.
because of the persona.
well, my person is like right in the middle, like that
That's why I said
maturity, like
detail
Russ.
what it is you
no,
want.
just the maturity and the way him and Sierra handle their relationship, but the still the youngness of Ari and Moneybag's relationship.
so you want
It's
that.
that in the middle, that well-roundedness. But then me, on the other hand, sometimes I like my space. So that's why I made that. It was a joke, but
I like my space.
I like my space. So sometimes I do want to be booed up, and then sometimes I want to be left alone.
All right. Punk, do BBLs stink?
I have no fucking clue.
And I do the BBL
The internet
thing.
says yes.
They said the BBL smell is real and that stuff be rotting inside y'all ass.
I have no clue.
That been going viral in veneer breath. BBL smell and veneer breath.
Damn.
They said that a lot of people with veneers breath literally smells like a dump truck.
Ooh, shit.
And it's like a smell that brushing your teeth can't get off.
Damn.
All right. Are we going to talk about Cardi and Stephon
Nope. What's
Diggs?
that? Oh, you want to talk about?
Cardi and Diggs.
So they
He
said
left her, right?
Allegedly,
know if
hold on.
that's true.
Allegedly,
Oh, you don't know
Stephon
if that's true.
Diggs and Cardi
She
broke
deleted all
up. I don't know
his-
who left who.
All those
And-
pictures off Instagram.
Huh? Oh yeah, and Cardi B deleted all the pictures off of Instagram that they had together. So I don't know if they broke up. And then there's a post going around that allegedly he said that.
He couldn't get past the BBL smell.
I think that's fake.
Yeah,
I
don't
was looking
believe
for that. I don't
believe-
think
I
he
don't know
said
about
that.
that. I don't believe that. But yeah,
I don't think he said
yeah,
that.
no, we that's allegedly. That's allegedly. We didn't even
This
bring that
world
up.
is
We-
cruel. It's a cruel world. But I did
any
see.
opinions.
Hold on.
Lisa?
I seen a person ask that question on Facebook.
What?
What?
Do BBLs really stink?
I just saw
That's
that
what I
today
just
too.
asked
Shout
you
out.
on your podcast, sir.
I don't know if they. I seen the question and there was people on there saying yes.
That they do.
They have a.
In the beginning, they get necrosis.
I don't know when
The cells
where,
start dying in
but
they- in they
said
booty.
Yes, that it does have a some of them have a
Have a
stench.
rotting stench, like a dead flesh stench. But with the Cardi, so my thing with Cardi B and Stephon is, I want to see her do better than what she had in her last scenario. But you gonna go from Offset,
They used
who
to drug niggas.
you gonna go from Offset, who was cheating and had several baby mamas, and then it's, to me, it's supposed to be a flex that we're seeing her pop out with Stephon, which I'm happy she having fun. But Stephon
Was
is
having
linked.
fun.
She was having fun if they're not doing it anymore. But he's linked to multiple women in the industry.
So why was it ever
So
a
from
flex?
young, it was never a flex.
Oh, okay.
It was
But
never a flex.
y'all bigged her up.
I was y'all,
glad to
not
see
me.
women. She happy. Look at her. Got a new man. Y'all bigged her with
And
this
that
nigga
wasn't
that
me.
got a whole bunch of women.
He got so
Come
many
on,
women
man.
attached
His
to his name.
teammates said they don't want they women around her. Like cut it
Him,
out.
yeah, he
Cut it out.
he is linked
But
to
it
a
was
lot of
it was a
different
flex.
women, and they are currently women that are still
Women
posting
wanted
him.
and Cardi to be so.
But I mean, if she just having fun, then I guess. But if she's trying to date him seriously, which it look like she is, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, this is my analogy for it. It's like going and grabbing your garbage, taking it to the alley, and then grabbing another bag of garbage and taking it in the house. out the alley. A separate bag of garbage. Like, what are we doing?
You know what I'll say to that?
What?
At least you knew your garbage.
You knew your garbage.
You
But
knew,
her garbage
you knew what
wasn't
you
worth
put in
for
that
nothing.
motherfucker, didn't you? You
At
knew what
least
you
you
put in
knew
there.
your garbage.
Yeah, it's like going and picking some more garbage up out the alley. So to me, I'm not gonna say he's a garbage person because he's a millionaire. He might be fun. He might be this. But as a woman, and you dating him, and as you
Hold
have,
on, wait. He not a garbage person.
I said I'm not gonna say he's a garbage person overall because he might be whoever he is. I don't know him as a person, so I'm not gonna. I think that's unfair to just call him a garbage person because I don't know what their agreement is.
Because he could be being honest to
He could be-
everybody,
right, he
and
might be
they
being
accepting what
honest.
they accept.
So I'm not gonna say he's a garbage person because I
He
don't
could
know
be.
that.
I don't know if that's
He
true.
could
She
be.
just said Ashanti unhappy in her marriage, even though Nelly told her what
I
it
didn't
was.
say Ashanti was unhappy. I just said
She
that
was
that's
It ain't a
not
flex,
healthy.
'cause it ain't-
It's
No,
not
she said she was
healthy.
delusional.
But
Oh, yeah,
she
not
knew what
healthy.
it was. He told her.
She
they
knew
agreed
that
to
a lot
it.
of women. It is women that sit outside the jail and wait on men to get out and pick them up
But-
and take them in the house. So women
know
will
we've
deal
had
with a lot of
topics
stuff
on
that
it.
don't make no sense.
Okay.
So she know that don't make no sense, but she
Alright.
want her fairy tale with him, and I'm gonna let her have it. You know, Ashanti girl, go ahead. But
Hold on. What does that say about the decision making though? Because Cardi B could probably have like literally so many high, what I'm a quotation is high value men. I'm pretty sure she had many men in her DMs, like, or just trying to get at her however way, and she chose Stefan Diggs with him and his history. What does that say about the decision making? Like, is
I think Cardi B, and I've said this before to my best friend, he's a Cardi stan. I think Cardi B has unicorn syndrome. So unicorn syndrome is when you find the most piece of trash man you can find, and with the known history of doing whatever to women, and you think that I'm the unicorn. You think that I'm the one he won't do it to. And I think she thinks because I'm Cardi B, they won't do it to me. And that's called unicorn syndrome. So it's like when somebody, even with Summer Walker, when they were saying,
You ever thought that maybe she's just not that good of a person?
maybe she's not that good of a person.
She did used to drug people, right?
I did see. I see that, but
Yeah, no,
I
she
think
did.
that it's more so of
It
the
was a
thinking
thing.
that it can't happen to you. So thinking that I'm this person, I'm Cardi B. They ain't gonna do me like that because I'm a millionaire and I'm her and my body's this and my body that. And in reality, it's like Summer Walker when everybody was telling her that London wasn't no good and she swore up and down London wasn't gonna do her like he was doing all the baby mamas and she only ended up being a baby mama that he did the exact same thing to. So it's really that unicorn syndrome is feeling like because I'm her, it won't happen to me.
Punk, can you elaborate with what you were saying about? Because it seemed like you was going to say like, okay, maybe she's a bad person, so she attracts bad people and she makes bad decisions. That's just where I felt like you was gonna go.
That's how we feel with the world, right? Like we attract what we kind of are and put ourselves around.
I don't
Okay.
agree with that. I think sometimes good people attract. I don't know if she's a good person because I don't know her, but sometimes the most softest people attract prey. Like they are prey to negative people. So I don't think necessarily we are what we attract because you can have the best spirit in the world, but if somebody want to suck your energy out and they a negative person, they'll come cling on to you.
I'm not arguing with you.
If you, I'm not even gonna go.
I just think
Say
she got
talk
to pick.
your shit.
I
She
do-
has
I
to
just
pick
feel
better.
like
She
if you-
cannot think she can change these men. That's
If you
it.
feel like you a good person, right? You're a good person. You got your stuff together, right? Should nobody be allowed to latch themselves onto you? Because if you're a good person and you got your things together, you got your mental right, your spirit right. Can't nobody attach themselves to you without you wanting them to be attached to you. That's just my point of view.
I think sometimes people be thinking they can fix people.
Yeah.
There are a lot, especially women. There are a lot of really good women who, and we talked about this, will go, you can have a hardworking woman who will go pick up somebody that's way, way, way beneath. And I don't mean that like in a way to say men ain't good enough, but like you got these girls, look at Love After Lockup. Some of these girls be having careers and stuff and they be waiting on these men outside of jail.
So who to pray?
They to pray.
Who?
The women.
Oh, okay.
The women.
All right.
Well, you don't agree, Punk?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it was like coming off like the bad men be preying on,
No.
or bad people prey on good people, but you're talking about these women preying on these. These are good women, right?
There are good women who will
preying
go,
on these men getting out of jail.
Because
right?
there are some people who want somebody so bad that they'll go find somebody and feel like they can fix them up, or they'll go stick with anything just to say they got a man. Whatever, they're saying that whatever you want to do, somebody else will. Somebody else will. There is a woman out there who might got a career, everything, that's probably dealing with a man that don't make no sense. And I'm sure everybody got a family member that you done probably told her, like, what you talking to him for? Leave that man alone. And you know she better than this, but she ain't gonna leave him alone.
Very true.
She not gonna leave him alone because a lot of women feel like they can build a man up or they can fix them. They can fix them. Eventually it'll get better. No. This is why they a lot of them end up getting used and abused. So, like I said, a lot of times these women will go be a good woman, but they pick up these men.
All right. I'm just jumping into topics. I'm jumping into them. Okay.
Let's do it.
Leisha, right at you. Can a new baby save a relationship?
Hell no. Can a new baby save a relationship? That new baby gonna make the relationship more irritating.
Expound.
So if the relationship already needed saving before the baby came, baby ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse, because now you dealing with the same issues before the relationship went bad, but with a baby crying, with no sleep, stressed out, or whatever comes along with being a brand new mom or a brand new dad. A baby don't save no relationship. You gotta save that relationship. It might even make it worse. Might make y'all can't stand each other.
Stay together?
Who?
Don't two people that just had the baby.
They might get on each other's nerves for the rest of their life.
Relationship saved. Crisis aborted.
Normally, what I've noticed is if the relationship was already bad when the baby was on the way, the relationship was
gonna get better.
It's not gonna get better. If the relationship was on the way and it was already toxic and blah blah blah, and you go put a baby in this situation, 9 out of 10 times that woman gonna be sitting in the house with that baby, that man gonna be outside. That man gonna be outside doing what he feel like doing. It's not gonna save the relationship. You cannot keep no man with no baby. Also, women, if that man say he don't want it, he don't want it. Just a word for y'all. Whatever you do after that is on you. There ain't nobody telling you don't keep it. But if you keep it, whatever come next is on you.
You still in frame, Punk. People can still see you, sir.
I'm just telling y'all, because a lot of times these men, you think that baby gonna save that relationship. That baby not gonna save that relationship. Either that baby is gonna make that man, if he didn't want it, it's gonna make him resent you. And if he didn't want it, it's just gonna make him sit you in the house while he go do whatever he felt like doing anyway, because you can't leave it with that baby. One thing, that man can get up and go. He can go do what he feel like, and you gonna be sitting in the house with that baby. That man say he don't want that baby, you get that abortion. If you don't believe in abortion, you know when you keep that baby, it's on you. It's gonna be on you. Now, I mean, you put him on child support or whatever it is that you're gonna do, but that's what be going on.
That's cool.
That's what be going on. They be putting on.
I ain't ask you that. Is that cool?
My baby daddy's on child support.
He told you he ain't want. They told
no,
you
he ain't
that.
never tell me he ain't want it. They both
so I'm
want
saying if that man tell you
if
that
he
ain't
said
want the
he
kid,
didn't want it. See, I do think that there is a dual responsibility. So you can say you don't want it and you choose to opt out and take your presence out, but you laid down, you knew what happened. So if she put you on child support, that's kind of like a bed you made.
Damn.
That's how I look at it. It's a bed you made. You already took your presence away. You said I don't want it. I'm like Anthony Edwards. Y'all said that Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. You feel like that when women get their kid up for adoption?
Do I think that they should give it up for adoption?
When a woman get a kid up for adoption, you think they should pay child support?
No. But they giving it up to a
Crazy.
family who wants a kid.
Crazy.
If
The
they,
mama
Why
wanted a
crazy?
kid. You kept the kid. You wanted it.
sometimes a lot of people grow up with religious beliefs that make them keep them kids. And
Crazy.
for me, I'm the type of
That's
woman.
crazy
If
work.
I tell you I'm pregnant,
That's crazy work.
if I say I'm pregnant and that man even look like he finna stutter, I'ma be at 659 West Washington. I know the address. Don't ask me why I know the address. If you don't know, look up 659 West Washington in Chicago,
we
Illinois.
clowning today. Oh,
So
we
that
are
man-
clowning tonight.
If he blink and he think I'm gone, and he say he don't want it, I'm gone. Yeah, he only
If
got
he
to.
blink or he think you gone.
I'm
huh?
out. I'm out.
Oh,
You ain't about to strap me with no baby. But that's not everybody's decision. Everybody don't believe in abortion. And if you don't believe in abortion, and you keep that baby, that whatever comes forth is you. If that man say he don't want it, you got to walk into that knowing that this is your child and that you got to take on majority of the responsibility. Now, you can put him on child support, get that financial help. But don't be on Facebook bashing that man. He a deadbeat and he did, because you knew, because he said he didn't want it.
What is different than a woman giving her child up for adoption?
I think if a woman gives her child up for adoption, does the father want it?
Why are we talking about the father? We talking about her. That's her decision. The father, whatever happened with the father, that's her decision.
If she gives the baby up for adoption because she knew she couldn't care for it, I think that's selfless.
So the daddy saying, I don't want this kid because I can't care for it, that ain't selfless.
There's a difference between saying I just made this baby and I just don't want it versus doing the right thing and finding a healthy family for it.
What's the difference?
It's the daddy that say he don't want it.
Two of these people laid down and had this baby and both of them saying I don't want it.
Then they both give it up for adoption. But we're not about to compare.
It ain't no difference.
We're not going to compare being a deadbeat dad to giving up a baby for adoption.
Why that's not a deadbeat mom?
A deadbeat.
Why that ain't a deadbeat mom?
Here's the difference.
There's no difference.
Let me tell you.
Both, it ain't no difference.
The difference between a deadbeat dad walking away from their responsibility, they don't have a care for the well-being of that baby. A woman giving a baby up for adoption is caring that the baby goes into a better family.
So what is a woman having an abortion doing? Not caring about the well-being of that baby?
That ain't a baby yet.
Damn. I'm glad I ain't say that.
I said it.
Next topic, dude.
That's not.
Who says who? See, not actually.
Well,
we finna talk about that. We are about to talk about that.
I backtrack on that. It's a baby after a certain point, but if you're doing it
point?
early in the beginning,
what point? Because the doctor told me my baby ain't a baby until he's 24 weeks. My baby was born at 23 weeks. Guess what? He's still here, 12 years old. So who decides when the fuck a baby is a baby? Because that is real fucked up.
That's a
to
real
just
thing.
say, no, they ain't a baby until this point. They can't live. They're not viable for life and all that. Because I've been told that. Literally, we're going to let you hold your baby until you stop breathing.
Not at 23 weeks. I think 23 weeks is too far along.
You think. I'm telling you what doctors told me.
And I'm telling you what the doctors, and this is why the pro-life and pro-choice is a big thing. So
and that's why I say all that shit equal. Don't try to tell me it ain't this and that and it's better for this person. Hell no, because it's all the same.
I don't think so.
Y'all both doing the same shit at the end of the day.
If a woman lays down on the table, right, and she's pregnant, and the baby is 40 weeks, and they say you got to save yourself or save the baby, and which one is more viable? The baby can survive. So choosing the baby makes sense. But at 9 weeks, 10 weeks.
We not talking about these extreme circumstances.
So
we not talking about
so you
incest.
said 23 weeks.
I'm just talking about two people laid down, had kids. We ain't talking about the baby's got issues. Nobody finna die. And these people, this man say, I'm good. He still pay child support. This woman say, I'm good. She get a pass.
She don't get a pass though.
You just said she do. She shouldn't have to pay child support when she get that kid up for adoption because she's doing the right thing.
But because two parents legally decided to take over and be the parents. That's different. A man just leaving the woman with just her and the baby, no care for what happens to the baby, versus a woman saying, hey, I can't take care of this baby, so here, I'm going to give it to another family who is saying, I want to take over their responsibility. That's a difference than a man just leaving the baby and saying, I don't give a damn what happened to it.
He leaving it with his mother. Why would I think his mother wasn't going to do the best he could do?
Yeah, but some mothers don't be doing the damn thing. They raised them little piece of shit that don't want to take care of the babies.
But you are giving it to a family that has no attachment to this kid and saying, you're expecting them to do that and making it look better.
I do think that because most of the time, a lot of times, them families that be adopting them babies be people who can't have kids, so they are going to attach themselves. A lot of them
times, people that be adopting them babies be torturing them kids.
That be them foster moms.
It's an adoption.
So there's
process.
a difference between leaving your baby in the system and giving your baby up for adoption. That's two different things.
So how we know which people doing what to what kids?
Well, we don't know.
I'm not even exactly. I ain't
Anybody
even
can have a baby and do something to them.
Kids be not with their parents, mom and dad, and shit be happening to them.
I just
with
feel
these
like
other families. To me, if either parent give their kid up, y'all both the same. Deadbeats.
I don't think that that's true. I think that if you can't, if you know,
because y'all get a pass and we don't.
I don't think that it's a pass though. There's a difference between having a baby and just saying I don't fuck with it. fuck you and fuck that baby versus saying, hey, my life is hard right now. I can't take care of this baby. So I'm going to give it to somebody who can.
If a man say, I'm not ready for a baby, what make you think his life ain't hard and fucked up and he ain't ready for it? That's what
I agree.
It's like he don't get to have those reasonings that
but he don't get to carry it either. He don't get to go through that whole process. None of that is on him. Okay. And women have the control from conception. Men have the control before conception. So you choosing to make that decision after you did it when men are the one.
How long do you get to choose that decision?
Wait, hear me out though. Wait. Hear me out. Women make that decision after they're pregnant. Men have the option to make the decision at intercourse.
Both so have you that option.
No, men solely have that option. I cannot make a man put his sperm in me.
You can stop it from you can stop yourself from getting pregnant.
I can try. I can go take a plan B or I can use protection. But for the most part, the man is the carrier of the sperm.
But when you say that, that's like me going deep into some shit like who has the right to say no? If you say no at any point, the man got to stop. It's of like course. Then that's going into so that's like y'all got the ultimate say because if you say no, I can't go anyway.
So no, but that's not the same. So
it ain't gonna never be the same for y'all. That's my point. It's never gonna be the same.
We have to, as black people and as our men, have to take accountability for our seeds. You don't have to go put your seed in nobody. You can lay down and have as much free will sex as you want to without impregnating nobody. Yes, you have the decision right then and there that I see this girl as a fling, I'm gonna put on a condom. I see her as a fling, I'm not gonna nut at her. Niggas be off them perks, they be off them drugs there, and they just be letting it fly.
Nah, and then now be off perks.
Some of these girls be off perks too. Some of these girls be off it too. But I'm just saying,
everybody be off that lust.
I'm finna tell
that lust.
Nah, I'm finna tell y'all something.
Has the decision at the beginning. A woman can't put no sperm in herself. So that was the decision right there.
No. A woman has the ultimate no.
But the decision is two ways. So at conception,
exactly. Thank you. Is what?
It's two ways for sure.
So stop saying the man got the no. The
man
don't.
Does.
It take two people to lay down and have sex.
That baby not in both of y'all's body. It's only in one person's body. That's where that decision leaves. That baby is only in one body. It's not in both. When you get pregnant, half the baby ain't developing in your body, and the other half developing in mine.
Take more care then. I'm so confused about because it's like we're the ones that gotta have this baby for 9 months and y'all don't protect yourselves more and put that on somebody else responsibility.
It's two ways. But at the end of the day, a baby cannot be born without the mother being the host. So if I don't hold this baby, it cannot function. It is feeding off me. It is taking nutrients from me. It is surviving and thriving from me. So that's why more of that decision goes on the mother because, if the man wants the choice, then we need to impregnate them and let them make the decision. We can't do that. It's not y'all that have to sit there and carry it and be sick and be this and that. That's why the decision is on the woman. Now, for me, if the man say he don't want it, if he don't want it, he don't want it. I personally... That's why I say a lot of stuff don't apply to me. But me personally, if a man say he don't want it, he blink, he think I'm out. You don't even gotta tell me twice you don't want it.
Let me jump in here too real quick because I feel like so when she says like it's both ways, right? I understand because it's like both sides have consequences, but the consequences are different. Mm-hmm. I think y'all saying the same thing. Like Punk's trying to say
need the motherfuckers to be the same.
Huh?
Same consequences. Stop looking at.
It's never gonna be the same.
It can't be the same consequences because we can't get pregnant. We can't carry the baby, so it can't be the same consequences. Some of those consequences are the toll that the woman's body takes for having that baby. Like we can't take those consequences. You get what I'm saying? So it's consequences both ways, but they're just not the same. They're different.
And that's why the woman makes that decision because it's her body that has to carry it. It's her body that's going to get stretched out. It's her body that's going to go through all of that physical stress. It's her that when you lay on the table and have a baby, that is a near-death experience. More than... I think that I read an article that said black women are the most likely to die in labor. Period. So it's not y'all's body that's gonna be on the line, it's the woman's body. So like I said, y'all's decision is at sex, the woman's decision is at conception. Now, do I think that if you sitting there and you 4 months pregnant, you should go get an abortion? I don't. That just don't make no sense. But if you are being responsible and it was something that was unplanned, and because I don't like when people use abortion as birth control. I don't like that. Don't just keep using it as birth control. But if something happened and you can't take care of it, I would rather you do that very early on than bring that baby into a hard life or abuse it or do something to it. Just both of y'all walk away, or like I said, get a baby up for adoption if you can't.
At what point is a mama a deadbeat?
Oh, it's some deadbeat mamas out here.
How?
How can a mama be a deadbeat?
Yeah.
It's a lot of these girls out here that'll drop them babies off at their grandma's house and don't come back for 2 weeks straight. That's a deadbeat.
What's different than giving them up for adoption?
Giving them up for adoption is that is a hard decision. That is never an easy decision on any woman to sit there and say, I don't want this baby and I'm gonna give it up for adoption after you birthed it out and held it for 9 months. But to sit there and look yourself in the mirror and say, I know I'm not fit to be a parent, so I'd rather put this baby in the hands of somebody who can, who might want to love it. Huh?
I'm a deadbeat if I knew before that.
But you knew before that. But if you knew that before that, then you could have prevented that.
We could have prevented it.
You could, but you're the one who feels that, so you could have prevented it.
Okay.
All right, let me break this up real quick. Eat it. All right.
You know I just be for equality.
Yeah, I know. You missed you until it's time to change some girls' diapers. Then Mr. Equality go out the window.
Equality with
No,
that.
you ain't. No,
It
you
just ain't something I feel like I need to be doing.
Next topic. Leisha, I'm picking on you today.
What we got?
Do men need to soften their tone when delivering logic?
That depends. I mean, just talk to me in a regular soft tone, period. Not even when you delivering logic.
Okay, expound.
And I don't even think that's a men thing. That's an anybody thing. That's a men, women. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Talk nice to me.
Yeah.
Baby.
It don't even matter if it's a man or a woman. If you
What about Moneybag Yo?
I'm not really attracted to him in real life, but
that type of relationship.
it's
No, I'm just talking about because you said you wanted that type of relationship.
No, I said I wanted it in the middle.
No, you wanted the edginess. So when does the edginess come into play?
Him and Ari, he's very soft spoken with her.
Okay.
If you watch them, you can be somebody that's a more of a rougher guy, but when you with your lady, you not necessarily so rough like you are with your guys. And I think that's what we see a little bit with them.
You know what? I actually think
what?
Whatever, niggas can hate me. I don't care.
What?
I think men should be like that. Like, I think most men want to be like that because I don't want to act. Not even act. I don't want to be edgy, hard, tough, whatever else with my homies all day at work dealing with the world, and then I gotta come home and be the same. No, I want to come home and be soft with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I want to come home and talk nice and get talk nice to, be soft and all of that shit because I gotta go right back into the world tomorrow to deal with all this hard, rough, tough shit. And I don't need to do that 24/7 because you gonna get a version of me you probably don't want to see. You know, you don't want me to be the person I am
with the guys
in the streets at work. You know, you want me to be who I am to you, but you gotta talk nice to me. I think most men want to be that way.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. A man knows how to deliver something to, especially if it's a dominant man, he knows how to deliver something to a woman in a way that she gonna receive it. Now, if you just a toxic man, a narcissist man, of course you're gonna scream and holler to the top of your lungs, but a healthy developed man is going to know how to get his point across, and he's gonna know how to make that woman stand down, whether it be making her soft or, you know. Now, it is some wild women out here, but for the most part, a man who know how to speak, he's going to know how to control the narrative of the conversation with his woman and to get the reaction he wants.
Anything else, Punk? All right. Next topic here. How did your first child behave after having your second child? Any changes?
you
My
stopped?
Threw their ass through a loop.
How did my
Threw their ass
first
through a loop.
How did my first child behave after my second child? I think she mostly took a big sister role for sure.
Okay.
She's very mature for her age anyway. It was never no issue. She always wanted to be big sister, so it was nothing like that I can comment on. Nothing bad. My kids get along pretty well.
But did that big sister role, did that make her mature faster? Did you see qualities in her that bloomed that wasn't there before, or can you expound more, or you just didn't really see much?
I think I had my kids so close together that she was only 3 when I had him, so
Okay.
she developed as a normal baby. She didn't see anything
But
different.
I would think that because at 3, they say terrible 2s, terrible 3s, boy. 3-year-olds be cutting up. I would think that maybe some people, you didn't experience this, but some people might see some jealousy. They might see some, a new baby getting all the attention. Oh, Punk, you got all boys. I don't know. Did you see any change from your first child and then
Stop
having a
talking
new
to Kobe
child?
and Kosuke.
You said what?
Stop talking to Kobe and Kosuke. But besides that, I don't know.
You said stop talking. What?
He had friends, Kobe and Kosuke. He stopped talking.
Oh, well, they was like imaginary friends.
Yeah, they was like his little people, but stopped really seeing that. But nah, he didn't really act much different. He was like wanted to hold him. He played like, I guess, kind of like the big brother role. Yeah, I don't think.
I didn't see much change. I feel like my daughter just looked at it like that was her little life-size baby doll. Like, it didn't make her jealous or nothing. She just really wanted to take on a big sister role till he got bigger. Now he irritating.
But for me, when you say big sister role, that has to mean something. That's you say a big sister role, but what did that encompass?
Dressing him up and just
there you go. Let's go.
Thinking that's her baby. No, mommy, this is my baby. This is my baby. But other than that, I don't think it made her more adultish. I just think it made her more aware. So it did make her a little bit more responsible, because I would always tell her, if you're doing this, your brother's watching. So it did make her just a little bit more responsible.
Oh, shit. They don't care. Nah, the
My
boys
baby-
don't care about that.
My
They
daughter
do
always
all the-
cared, because my baby has always wanted to do everything that she does. If she orders a burger away, he wants the burger the same type of way she wants it.
Really?
It's good you had your daughter first, because them boys, they don't care. They do all the bad shit.
Together. They all doing it together.
Shit, you
pieces
showing them
apart.
the bad shit, bro.
No,
You
see,
supposed
my
to tell
daughter
him not to do this, not to do it.
My daughter is like the leader between the two. My son is 8, my daughter's 11, and she's like, Liam, you better go in there and clean your room up, or mama says this, and this, or you better go do that, or why you making this mess? Like, I be feeling like it's me in the other room. When I hear them fussing at each other, it's always her in the front room and telling him, Liam, sit down, you too loud.
That's crazy. Because I think my cousin always tell me about her kids, and she's like, her daughter, she's like the mama
Of the kids.
of her brother, and she's like ready to tell, and he's like, you act like you my mama. Like, he be so irritated at it. Yeah, but I think maybe that's a sister brother thing, and like boys don't really do that. But that may be a personality thing too, because my sister did bad shit,
And you was following behind her? Doing the bad stuff too?
Yeah, I done got ass whoopings because of her leading me the wrong direction. Only one. I ain't gonna do sis like that.
You
but
were too slow. You got caught, man.
Nah,
You weren't
we
supposed to
got
get
caught,
Hey,
shit.
Cause
you
y'all
got that
both
ass
get in
whooped.
hell
trouble.
no, we both got our ass whooped. Mama was sneakier than us. That's what it was. Y'all was running down the alley like.
Can I piggyback to something I saw that it's a little off topic, but it's kind of in the same realm.
Sure.
So there was a thing that was going viral, and I don't know if you can find a clip or not, but there was this girl, and she was talking about how she was getting her nails done for prom, and her mom, it was on TikTok, I don't know if you can find it, but it was a girl, she was getting her nails done for prom, and her mom called her and told her, basically, you need to come home and watch these kids. And there was a big debate about I want y'all to see the video. Look up maybe like teen missing prom nails. It was like a little Middle Eastern girls.
So her mama wanted her to come get the
her
kids
mom
instead of getting her
No,
nails
type
done.
in let me see if I can find it. It was like a teenager doesn't want to leave the nail shop to watch her siblings. Okay. And then people were debating on who was right, because some people were saying the little girl was disrespectful. But y'all gotta watch the video.
Yeah, I have to see what she said.
And some people were saying it's unfair of the mom to require her to play the mom role all of the time.
Absolutely.
Leave nail shop for prom. That was the topic, and it was a big debate all over like Instagram and stuff.
And my mom calls the fucking store because I have to be home by 5 to watch her fucking kids because she has a work event. Promise tomorrow. I'm 17 and I have to come home to take care of our kids. I've taken care of them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's Friday, and I'm taking care of them, waking up at 9 in the morning on prom day to take care of them. I'm 17. Me being born was not a social contract to me taking care of your kids anytime. I was in the middle of getting my nails done. Half of it is done. The gems are not on because we didn't have time to put them on, and it's just the drawings, and half of it has, half of it doesn't. I paid $118 for unfinished nails because my mom,
That's it?
I'm 17.
Okay.
So basically the debate is, are the older siblings responsible for the younger, and is it unfair, and who's right or wrong here?
Go ahead, Pump.
Oh, are you asking me?
What? Yeah.
He loves he's a counter puncher. He loves the counter.
Yeah. So, I mean, no, I don't feel like she should have to watch her siblings. That's not her responsibility.
We see that a lot though. People have kids and they put that responsibility off on the older sibling.
I ain't torn. I'm torn because I was at the crib with my sister a lot. Mm-hmm. My mama was at work. She worked, but I don't feel like it was really nothing extra on my sister. Like, she 3 years.
You was the one being watched.
You was being watched. Of course, you didn't feel like
you don't feel like.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
She how old is my sister? She older than me. She 3 years older than me, right?
Okay.
So I didn't feel like I was being watched because I did shit for myself. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know the age gap.
Toddlers.
Right, I hear babies crying and shit. You know, I don't know the age gap in there, so it's a little different. But
she said kids, right?
Yeah.
Plural.
But at the same time, I don't know. I'm so about family. I just be like, I don't think it's right for her to have to come home and not finish her appointment. But if I gotta go to work and you in the crib with your siblings,
but it's prom. I think mom should have better.
Is she missing prom?
She's the day before prom and she's getting her maintenance done. Her mom should have had better arrangements. This is such a once in a lifetime event. What if her mom
don't have nobody? You know what I'm saying?
But then that's her mom's responsibility, though. That's not.
And if I don't go to work and your ass can't do none of this, then what?
I don't think that's fair.
It's not. But in their situation, it might be reality.
And then she's saying she's watching them Monday through Thursday.
It's fucked up. I'm saying it ain't right, but in my life, not like that was reality. But my mama was a single mama for the most part. She worked a lot. Am I finna tell her, nah, you need to be home and not go to work and we finna be without? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have nobody, what is she supposed to do?
I think my take is a little different because I come directly from this. I grew up raising my siblings and it made me miserable to an extent. I think that it's totally unfair to keep having children and put them off on your older children because your older children are still children. They should be able to have a teenage life. They should be able to have fun. They shouldn't be having the burden of being a parent at 15, 16, and 17 when they didn't sign up to be one. If you gonna keep laying down, having kids back to back to back, and then leaving those kids on those 15, 16, 17-year-olds and telling them, oh, you can't hang out with your friends or you can't go get your nails done for prom because I have to work. I think that that's poor management of your vagina.
But I think
what do you keep having kids for?
That's a deeper problem because that's I don't know. Sometimes I feel like then we're projecting those people's situations we don't know
unfair.
No, it is. We don't know what happened in their situation because you're saying that people just keep having kids and keep having kids, and her husband could have just died.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
if your husband died,
and
we making the best of it. But if you,
And
a
that's what
lot
I'm
of
saying. We're
times, people are
projecting
having
what-
these kids and leaving these older siblings with them. And I don't think that's fair.
Those are fucked up situations.
I think that's unfair.
It
Your
is.
older siblings are not. Your oldest child is not a designated babysitter for your younger ones. Now, as a single mom, we do all have to pitch in. It takes a village. So yes, the older siblings do have to maybe look after the younger ones. But that shouldn't be their life.
No, not their life.
No, if it's prom, and me as a mom, if I gotta miss a day from work, I gotta miss a day from work. But I'm not gonna ruin my child's prom experience that only comes once. Because when that child go off to college, what are you gonna do? You gotta figure it out. That child didn't ask to be here, so why is she stuck raising your kids? She should
No,
she
she
should be
definitely
assisting you. She shouldn't even have to assist you because you laid your ass down there and had them. She should be able to be a child, a teenager.
You don't think it should be no responsibility in assisting with
Do I think it should be
their siblings?
responsibility? I don't think it should be responsibility. I do think that, as a family, we know we do have to help each other sometimes. But I don't think that should be the oldest's responsibility.
How old is your oldest?
11.
Okay.
She's 11 and my son's 8. And
Do she cook at all?
no,
No.
not really. I usually leave them stuff. Like, for the most part, I cook. If I go somewhere, I'll leave them food already made. My oldest daughter, I very rarely leave her to watch him. And when I do, it's very short periods of time because they are young. But I don't want my daughter to feel like her entire childhood she had to play mom to a kid she didn't have.
No, absolutely. I'm
And
just
I think
curious.
that's the thing a lot.
I'm just curious how you would feel if, like, your daughter's like 14, 15 and you like put a pizza on and she's like, no, I don't want to. You know,
No, but
and then
there's
it's
a
like,
difference in
huh?
put a pizza on
But
versus
it ain't a responsibility though. You
It's
get what I'm
not.
saying? Like, that's why I'm saying you be kind of torn because she might feel like you got me cooking pizza because he want pizza. You know what I'm saying? And then
of
it's
course
like
they feel like that
and
sometimes.
so you don't know how the kid is gonna feel. But you're still gonna do that a little bit. No, it's not their responsibility.
It's
You know what I'm
not.
saying? It's not at all.
I
but
take on my
to
own
feed
son.
them?
That's-
Hold on. What
Now,
age is
feeding
their
them something is not a
responsibility
big
to feed them
responsibility.
themselves?
Now, that's
At
what
what
I'm-
age? Please let me know. I'm a parent.
At what age is what?
Their responsibility to feed them themselves. Like, yeah, put a pizza on. Like, you
But I'm
hungry, put a
saying,
pizza
like-
on. If that's what we got.
So
Yeah,
I think
you got-
the
it's-
gist of it is
Huh?
your child missing their childhood. So
Oh,
we're
yeah,
not
yeah,
just
no,
talking
I'll
about
start
regular.
rambling about
We're
something
not
else,
talking
sorry.
about just regular everyday put a
Okay.
pizza on. We're
Okay,
talking
okay.
about it's your child's best friend birthday and they've been wanting to go all year and you say they can't go because they need to watch their sibling, or it's prom, or it's homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's unfair to tell the kid we just got to do what we got to do. You got to stay here. You got to miss it. They didn't have that baby. I don't think that's
She wasn't
fair.
missing prom, though.
She wasn't missing prom, but we know that for a girl, a prom, you only really get two big events in your life. It's your prom and your wedding. For women, those are two like big events that women look forward to. Maybe
The prom,
prom,
damn.
wedding, and probably college graduation.
Prom
So
that big?
prom is big for girls. Girls look forward to prom, and then they look
Hold on.
forward
What
to
about after the fact, though?
after the fact of what?
Was prom still important to you now that you look back on it?
I didn't go to prom because
So how you
what-
talking about how big it is?
well,
if
no,
you
I didn't go to
it?
prom because I was fighting and I was banned from. I couldn't go to prom.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
you
a little
weren't doing what
different.
you were supposed to do to be able to go to
That
prom.
was a little different for me, but I
Okay.
did want to go to prom, and it still sucks when I see people can post their prom pictures looking back, and I don't have any. Prom is a big deal for girls. Like, y'all are dads.
I think
you don't have
might
a
feel
girl.
that way because
I ain't
you
got no
missed
daughters.
it.
Yeah, you
I
don't
think
have
if
any
you
daughters,
went,
but
you'd be
tell
like,
me that if you had a
I want
daughter
that
and
big
I
one.
went to 2.
right, but you
Okay.
have all boys, and when you have that girl, if you have that girl,
I
you know
can't.
it'll be a different experience when
I was
she wants to
hoping.
go to prom,
I
right?
was hoping.
Because you would love to escort her to prom and watch her do all these things. This is a big deal for girls. This is their
Sitting
first
right
time.
there, right there watching us.
Yeah, so
Okay.
prom is a big deal.
I'm glad
Let
I'm
your-
hearing this so I can make sure I make it a big deal.
Make it a big deal. It's the one time in your teenager's life when they are really celebrating everything they've accomplished. Because high school is hard, bullies are hard, people like to underestimate what kids go through on their journey, and that's their moment to shine. That's like the one moment where the girls shine before they get, like, there's not another big event like that until they get married. And it's not, a lot of times they don't get married, so that might be the only event where they get to really get dolled up and just feel like a princess. So yes, prom is a big deal for girls. So that girl should have been able to bask in it because I'm sure she was looking forward to it for the last 4 years. and she's not her mom's babysitter. Did she have to get on there and talk about my mom's fucking motherfucking kids? No.
Because who the fuck you talking
Yeah,
to?
you ain't have to, because now your ass can't go to prom.
Right.
Now you can't
Because
go.
I was thinking, like, where you get that money for your nails? Because you...
Yeah.
Me having to go work these shifts.
Yeah, so it was really the language, but she was upset.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
kids are allowed.
Yeah.
We don't think that kids have emotions. A lot of times people
yeah,
don't think the kids
oh,
have emotions. She was
they
upset.
They got emotions. They show it, too. They
It's just
show it
whatever
plenty.
type of mom you are. I would have just missed that day from work. That's just me, though.
I also think we need to be maybe a little more transparent with our kids.
Mhm.
You know, 'cause-
About the situation that we actually are
yeah,
in.
because I think we shield our kids from a lot of stuff and what we go through. You know, and just like how hard life be, we want to make it look easy for them, and they think shit is a breeze. I had one of my kids tell me, I'm like, y'all don't think I need help ever? Like, I'm never tired. And they like, you just always handle shit. I just look at you like you some type of superhero. And I'm like, damn.
They don't see
I
the
guess
other
let me
side.
put my cape on. You're like, cause it's like, it's a kids will talk about how they're tired, you know, and it's like,
They tired ain't Joe tired.
I've been going through, like, you know, and that was a conversation I had to have with one of my kids. Like, I understand you think you tired. Now imagine I'm raising 4 of you. Imagine
responsible.
I'm going to work every day, you know, doing all the stuff I'm doing, and then you think I want to talk to you about cleaning up.
Oh my God.
No.
I've been having this conversation.
You know,
for the last
it's like,
4
what?
days. Oh my God.
What make you think I'm not tired?
But how would you feel if you were still having that conversation with a 18, 19, 20-year-old?
Me?
No, I'm talking about Alicia. She talking about how she was just having this
having it,
conversation.
right.
I'm
Your
having it
oldest
with my
is-
son.
That's what I'm saying.
My
He
son,
ate. What?
he ate.
Exactly.
He been on punishment for a whole. It done took him 6 days to clean up his room, and then I got every remote in the house in my room. I got the iPad in my room, and he like, can I
Now,
please have it
imagine
back?
this with teenagers, 19. Well, you know,
I think it's about to piggyback off for a little bit,
Okay,
but
I'm gonna jump in after you.
I think that there's a time, especially for like somebody that's a single mom, where dads have to take over. And a lot of single moms
Ooh, that
don't
was
want to.
one of the topics.
A lot of single moms don't want to let dads take over, and sometimes you gotta let dad take over. So for me, my son is 8, probably around 11 or 12. If it's too hard for me, I have no issue letting my son's dad take over. I would even take him off. I would take him off child support, and I would just pay my. If I had to, I would still get my son, but I think that his dad will need to take over
you
at some
would
point.
Never mind. That ain't what
He's
we're
on
talking
child
about.
support now, but
I know we caught all that, but
essentially,
the
I
shit
would
I was
just
finna dive
what?
into, that ain't what
No,
we was
I
talking
would
about.
just help out financially with my son, but I think that as a male, he needs to take his son at some point. And I think that as a mom, it's only so much yelling I can do versus my yelling versus his dad's yelling is 2 different yelling. Or my discipline versus his dad's discipline is 2 different sets of discipline.
And you know what? Coming from, I'm in a home. Me and my wife, all our kids
Are together.
Yeah, but she said that, like, I be yelling and da 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 da. You could walk in the house and just say something, and it's like they move, and I'm like, I don't know if it's because of how I deal with them or what it is.
It's
maybe.
masculine energy.
Here's my perspective is you've held them accountable at a very early age. Because I noticed the same thing with my daughter. Like, my wife gets irritated. Like, she just has to hear me coming. She just has to hear me step on the step, and she's gonna 10 hoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I never let her play with me ever. I don't let the emotional get soft and blah. No, when I say no, that's it. You get what I'm saying? Like, and she wondered why she doesn't respond the same way. You've let her slide.
Now they skating.
You've let her slide, and she's skating. She's skating.
Definitely.
baby.
I think I'm more of a softer energy with my son. And that's why I say a lot of times I'll revert back to his dad. It's like I do discipline him, but I don't really like to hit my kid. And I know that some people say spirit of rod spoiled a child, but for me, I don't agree. My son is not bad. I don't really have to whoop him that much. The biggest thing I deal with him is a dirty room, and I take his stuff away. But his dad, at some point, like I said, he's going to have to step in because there are certain things. And a lot of women, single women, when they say, y'all be seeing them single women that be telling themselves Happy Father's Day. There are a lot of single women that believe that they can raise men to be, yes, you can raise him to be a man because he's going to grow up to be a man regardless, but are you raising him to be a quality man? And I think there are a lot of traits that men need to get from other men. There are traits that I know I can't give my son. I cannot teach my son how to be masculine. That's something he has to get from his dad. So at some point, you know, as a mom, I'm okay with my son's dad taking over. Even though we're not together, we co-parent very fine. He has a new relationship. I would be totally okay with my son spending more time at that home than at mine. Because I don't want to raise another feminine black man. There are a lot of y'all as black men know that y'all don't ever be looking at some of these other men and be like, what are you talking about? Gotta be sometimes. You're looking at like, who raised him? There are some men out here that you gotta look at them like, who raised them? Because I ain't that type of guy. So I just don't want to I want to raise a dominant black man. I want to raise a black man that's going to make a good husband to somebody. And I know that at some point it's going to take his dad stepping in to help me with that and assist with that.
And I finally found the topic after you guys talked about it all the time. Boys get to an age where they don't care about the parent who stayed. They
don't care about the parent who stayed.
And I don't know if this just applies to boys. I don't know why. It was a clip that I saw on TikTok, but that's what it was. Boys get to an age where they don't care about the parent who stayed.
I don't know.
Is that like is that like towards women? Because like
it kind of was,
it is towards women.
Usually, like this is what we was talking about: a woman raising a boy to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
At some point, he don't care about
none of that.
No, he don't care that she was the one that.
This is facts because my brother is like that.
Hell no, that ain't.
My brother is so strange towards my mom, and he has none of that resentment towards his dad. He treat my mom really weird.
So
let me jump in real quick before you get your perspective. It's one of those things to where you had to go through like hard times with somebody. You had to go through trauma with somebody, and yes, you went through trauma from went through trauma from your father being absent, but you went through more traumas just growing up poor, black, from the hood. Just the world is against you, and you had to go through it with your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the perspective that I kind of took from it. It's like, yeah, your absence was very traumatic. It hurt me in a lot of ways, but now that I'm past that, or maybe we have a good relationship now,
don't feel it.
The resentment isn't there. I've got past this, so the resentment isn't there. But it's some things that I've been through with my mama that maybe we ain't resolved because we've always been together. We've always been around each other. Maybe it's some things that things that we've been through that we haven't really talked about. So, or just the traumas of growing up and just being black, But go ahead, Punk. You was gonna go.
I actually think that depend on the like how you grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was raised basically a single mom. You know what I'm saying? My pops wasn't in my life growing up, period. Like, not like, yeah, period, whatever. I mean, I knew who he was. I seen him a few times, but he wasn't I've never like resented my mother in no type of way. Felt like because she did a great job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did you have any male influences growing up outside of your father?
She
like
had
uncles
she
or
had a husband for some time that was in the house. My male influences honestly came before some shit we talked about and not having community. We had people in the neighborhood,
for sure.
Older guys. We had one of our janitors on the property, Jimmy, rest in peace, talk to us real.
That goes back to say that the boys do need
you do need it. Yeah, no, absolutely.
You need that male influence, even if it's not a father. They need that male.
But plus, you coming from a point, from a perspective where there wasn't any trauma,
and that's what I'm saying. That is important too, because to say that if you raised by a woman, you know that it don't matter to you that the other parent left. It depends on how you were brought up. Because to me, that shit matters way more that you left, because yeah, my mama made this look easy.
Right.
Took damn good care of me, did whatever she needed to do. She missed some shit that I hate she missed. Sport events, all type of stuff, because she had to work, whatever. But she did everything she could to make sure that I was a real well-rounded
Person.
individual, educated, that can go stand in any circle of people, talk to any group of people and not feel uncomfortable, whether you white, black, green, purple, blue, homosexual, whatever. She did a damn good job. So I'm not gonna act like everybody is just like, oh, the parent that left, nah, because it depends on how you was brought up.
So how does that affect you as a father now?
I would never, my kids can't, let me not say they can't go nowhere. I'll never not be in my kids' life.
So you feel like being raised by a single mom made you a better father?
Being raised by a single mom didn't make me a better father, because I didn't know shit about being a father. It actually made me a terrible father in the beginning, because I don't know how to show my kids affection, or I didn't know how to show my kids affection. I didn't really know how to I didn't have a father-son relationship to look at, like, oh, he taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to, throw a football or do any of this shit. No. So it wasn't like it helped me be a better father, because it absolutely didn't. Mm-hmm. It actually made me like not pay attention to a lot of shit that my older kids may have needed from me that I knew nothing. I didn't understand it until
you didn't have it.
My younger two, which I don't apologize to them about it, because I'm way more affectionate with my younger two kids. Like, and I mean, I see it, I know it, I understand it, so they probably gonna feel different than my older two do, but I didn't know. And I tell them that all the time. Y'all know, I ain't.
You was learning as you was growing.
So I was learning on the fly, and I understand y'all might have got a different version of me.
But can you give that new version to them now?
Yeah, I try to.
Okay.
I mean, I try to. It's a process. It's a process. Shit, like when you don't
Nigga
know.
just went viral. He's scared to talk now. Go ahead.
I'm definitely not that.
But
it's a process. Like when you haven't did something and I'm not used to like males being affectionate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
because that's why I want you to talk.
I'm still not real affectionate with like my older two sons, because now they're at an age where I probably wouldn't have been that way anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I got my older two, 16 and 19.
So they're not babies. So it's harder to introduce it versus them being babies.
Hugging y'all, and like my little two, 12 and 7, but the 7-year-old, he's like, I come in the crib and he's running to the door hugging me. We got handshakes. I could tell him, give me superpowers. He'll give me a kiss, shit like that.
That's that part.
Can I tell you something? And I don't know if you're gonna accept it or not.
What up?
It's not too late for that, right?
No. So it's not, right? I don't think it's too late. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm not gonna be able to do that forever with them, because naturally they get to an age where it's like, Daddy, stop. I ain't your baby. My 12-year-old told me, stop calling me baby. Who you talking to? Like, but so at some age,
it's different giving it to them as little bitty versus
exactly, and then they get to the age of 13 and they're like, Daddy, stop kissing on me. You know what I'm saying? Now you 16, I might go, because now I look at like the relationship, whatever I do have with my, you know what I'm saying, and it's like him trying to do that to me, I'll be looking at him like, dude,
who? Oh, your dad?
Yeah, like,
okay, because that's where I wanted to go.
I would be looking like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
But why though? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what I want to get to, right?
Why would I feel like that?
What? Yeah. Why would you feel like that?
It's not a natural. It's not something that's been a natural thing to me.
Okay.
So that, and I just think at some point, like, that's just. I think boys kind of grow out of that. Even with their moms, they're like, you know, stop kissing on me. You're like the little fake embarrassment you get, and you outside and your mama licking a finger, rubbing shit off on you, and all. Like, my God, you know, we stopped doing that at what age?
Do you think so? Because I see a lot of boys still be mama's boys all with my baby daddy.
That don't mean you
They
ain't
be
a mama's boy.
boys.
See,
Like,
okay, so Punk, I want to let me jump in real quick. Like, let me just tell my perspective, my perspective where I'm from and what I went through. Like, you know, I didn't meet my dad till I was 18. You know, when I met him, it wasn't like shit was just sweet and all dandy. You know, like, we had to build a relationship. Like, we had to get to know each other, get to, like, you know, actually form a father-son relationship. And through that, you know, maybe through the first 7 years, I didn't really feel comfortable with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took a long time for me to feel comfortable having a dad, you know, having a father. And so, you know, through that, you know, he's been in my life, and now he's a very positive figure in my life, and we build a great relationship.
But he's a positive person in your life now, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
all that shit matters. You know, that matters, because whatever you didn't have, now moving forward, it's positive.
Right. Right.
It's positive. So yeah, I could understand that.
But now, like, every time I see my dad, he's gonna give me a kiss on the cheek. Like, and look, I see you side eye, Alicia.
I was side eye.
And this is the. And
I
this
was
is,
thinking.
And this is. Okay, I didn't mean to put you on blast like that, but this is the stigma here, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a father can't even, like, kiss his son on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? And the feeling of growing out of that, you know. It's like sometimes in our community we are so weird with affection.
But
I was about to say, if I could give you any advice, if you have to force it in the beginning, you have to, because until my mom grew up in a very toxic environment. She grew up in a very abusive environment, and every little thing when I grew up, she would always tell me, if you did that and it was your grandma, you get beat. So a lot of stuff she did, she got beat. So growing up, my mom didn't tell us she loved us. She didn't tell us certain things. She didn't hug us. It was no affection there because she grew up nothing but a negative environment. So it took me being around 19 or 20 to tell my mom, hey, Ma, I just told you I love you and you didn't say it back. Or, like, I had to literally have this conversation with my mom where I had to tell her, hey, you're not showing me love back the way that I need you to. Even though I know my mom felt it, she didn't know how to express it. So even though your boys are bigger, sometimes it feels unnatural. In order for it to start feeling natural, you just gonna have to force it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up with my mother, and at some point, I'm like, Mama, you know what I'm saying?
Stop touching me.
Yeah, it's just.
But
like,
the stop touching me, when you can't get it no more, you miss it. At some point, when you get to an age, you'll miss it. You'll miss it. So even
now, when
if you
I see
embarrass
my mama,
them,
every time I see my mama, I give her a kiss. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
start embarrassing your
thinking
sons.
about somebody
I
that
know it
never
probably
had
feels
the affection,
uncomfortable, but
you know
I
what I'm
promise
saying?
you,
Like,
if anything happens to you, they're gonna miss the days that you embarrassed them, the days that you made them uncomfortable. And these are conversations we need to have, because, like you said, they bigger, so it feels awkward. Embarrass them. If you feel like you're making them feel,
I don't feel like I'm making them feel no type of way.
It make you feel some type of way.
It's literally me. Like,
make yourself
I
uncomfortable.
be thinking, like, 16-year-old me didn't want nobody hugging on me. You know what I'm saying? 19-year-old me didn't want, somebody hugging on me. So that's just how I am. And then it is bad. Like I said, I don't apologize, because it's not even in them to be like, oh, let me give my daddy a hug, because it's not like we did that in the beginning, because I didn't have it. So it wasn't something that I did. It wasn't something that I necessarily thought about.
Something you had to be aware of later, when you had the littler ones.
My littler ones.
But now it's your responsibility to go back and give it to the bigger ones, whatever that means for you. My bigger one, my 11-year-old, and I noticed that for myself, that sometimes I'll be more affectionate with my little one than my bigger one, because I became more an affectionate mom in my journey. By the time I had my little one, I had done the more self-healing and learned a lot of things about myself. So I can sometimes be more affectionate with him. And now when
I'm
I go to
glad you
her,
said that, and I don't have to feel like that's some fucked up shit.
no,
I went
it's
through
not
'cause I'm
messed
a
up
dad.
because sometimes when you come from trauma, you have to heal. And you might have that first baby in the midst of your trauma and you still learning as you go. But when the little ones come, you have kind of healed yourself. So you giving them a different version than you didn't give the first one.
And you know what's
It's
crazy?
your job to go back and give them bigger ones that version that the little ones are getting.
You know what's crazy that you say you have to go back and heal? Like, I always imagined that I would have a daughter because I always wanted like a son and a daughter, whatever. But I just knew like people be like, your daughter be wrapped around your finger, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always knew like I would have this daddy's girl, but I think that's because the mother-son relationship was like the way it was, and my mother was affectionate. She was like that type of, and is the trauma is like the male perspective as opposed to the male female perspective, and that's why it is important that people have both parents.
It's so important.
They need to get that from both sides, not to just think like shit.
And that we are being conscious, like I said, even if it makes you uncomfortable, try to go get them boys that, even though you think they big, embarrass them. Make yourself feel embarrassed and uncomfortable, because I promise you, if something
goofy.
you too goofy, but guess what? If something
that's gonna
happens
make
to
it more
you,
comfortable.
what your kids are gonna remember is that our daddy was so goofy. He would just come out of nowhere and do XYZ, versus them saying he did XYZ with the younger siblings. That's the thing to think about. So for me, like with my daughter, I have learned now every day, like the things that I didn't get with my mom because she was a certain type of way, because she came from abuse. I wasn't passing that to my daughter because I necessarily always knew that I wanted to be better, but I wasn't as
subconsciously
affectionate.
You do things.
Yeah, sometimes you pick up your parents' traits. So now every single day, if my daughter just walks through the room, I tell her, you are so beautiful, little girl. You are so pretty. You are so beautiful, because we didn't hear that growing up. Or when I drop them off at school every single morning, I say, okay, I love y'all. Because I didn't hear my mom say I love you too until I was about 20. When I had to call her out and say, I would tell my mom, all right, ma, I love you. She'd be like, all right, bye. Well, damn. Go on, Leisha.
And that's why I say, people get brought up different. You know?
We get brought up different, so it's breaking those curses and letting these kids know that they are loved, so that if anything, because we only here for a little while, and when my kids look back, I don't want my kids in 10 years to be sitting on a podcast saying what I did to them and I traumatized them.
Yeah, they still gonna do it.
They might.
Yeah, you know they still
and
gonna
they
do it.
Wasn't even as hard.
Right? It wasn't as hard. It wasn't hard. You don't think it was hard because your life was.
But you know that their life ain't gonna be what ours was.
Absolutely.
Well, at least what mine. I don't know what everybody went through, but you know, some of the stuff that I went through per se, I just don't ever want my kids to have to recall the things that me and my siblings have to recall.
I think we all strive for our kids not to go through whatever it is that we went through and make life better for them.
And that's it.
They still gonna think like, not always.
They still gonna do whatever they want to do.
Whatever their heart is, you know what I'm saying? Because you can make life
hard.
Exactly.
And
you know,
look at that like you don't even know what we went through.
Right.
What? This hard?
Everything is relative to themselves.
So, you know what I'm saying? And the type of life that they live. So yeah, they still gonna be on some podcast talking about how
they might be.
You stress them out.
But I definitely just want my kids, when they look back, they say they came from love. I don't want my kids to look back and say they came from some of the stuff that me and my siblings, when we sit and because when me and my siblings, we get together and we talk about it, it's a lot of trauma, especially with my youngest brother. He was the only boy in the house, and he recalls a lot of trauma that me and my sister don't know exist. There are things that he said he went through with my mom that we can't recall, and we don't know if was happening when we weren't present.
Y'all was in your own world.
We was in our
y'all
own
dealing
world
with your own stuff.
But there is a lot, and we all went through trauma with my mom not being affectionate with us, with my mom not, because like I said, my mom came from abuse. So she went and had these kids. And what else does she know? She don't know how to be affectionate when you grew up in a household when your mom had 14 kids, because this back then, people was having a whole bunch of kids. So my mom come from a house where she's 13 out of 14, so you know you're not a priority when you the 13th child.
And that's like so crazy, because my mama definitely had a similar experience.
Yeah.
Like her mama had 10 kids. She used to get
beat
hot water through on.
That's what my mom said.
My mama experiences, but she vowed to never do that to her kids. So she poured into us the shit that she felt like she didn't get, you know, from her mom, and was like, the things she saw her mother go through, she felt like it was so traumatizing to her as a kid that she was like,
I'm not giving that to y'all.
Make sure my kids don't experience that.
And that's me.
And I'm glad she did, because hearing you say that is like,
it was an average. It was an average black experience, except for us. My mom she passed the trauma down, and now I feel like the guilt that because my brother is the youngest. He's like what she wants to be her baby, but he has a lot of resentment for her. But she didn't know in the midst of it that she was passing that trauma down, that she wasn't affectionate, and that, you know, it was a lot of things she missed. And now we looking at it and we grown, it's hard to fix it. Yeah. So now all she could do is, you know what she is? It's crazy because y'all grandmas, y'all be soft grandmas, but y'all was hard mamas.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but
now
they trying to fix it. They trying to correct it, you know?
I do feel like my mom is trying to right her wrongs with my kids.
And you can't, the problem is you can't do that.
She's trying.
Honestly.
But you can't knock it though.
You can't knock it, but you can't do it. Like, you have to right your wrongs with me, with me.
For sure.
You can't right your
She
wrongs.
be trying with my brother, but it's like,
that's
it's
an
no
interesting thing. So she can't right her wrongs through your kid. The wrongs I had through your kid.
My kids didn't experience what I experienced.
Whatever it is that he feels like he experienced, he does not. He is like he forgives but doesn't forget. Whatever it was that he felt like, and we all experience different things with my mom, and, you know, just the lack of affection, the absentness, and, you know, I played the mom role a lot in my household. It was no showing up to a lot of events. It was a lot of, we didn't do family vacations. We just a lot of the stuff we know is a whole lot of struggle. So it was kind of like, now that we grown, she wants that bond, and my brother he's not as receptive to it, because he said, when I wanted it, you wasn't there.
I think that's a topic too. Like, just as a parent, if you didn't pour these things into your kids, why do you expect it from them?
Yeah. When they grow.
Like,
if
you know you didn't if you didn't, you know, talk to your kids a certain way, or if you was negative with them or whatever it is, and it's like, or y'all just didn't have like this real close relationship,
and now you grandma age,
or even surface things like, you know, you didn't give me birthday gifts when I was growing up. Why you expect me to give you one while I'm grown?
And you never showed me that.
You never know. Gift giving ain't part of my it's
language.
Not part of my language.
Because you learn stuff very, very young, and like, we just experienced a lot growing up. Me and my siblings have such a strange relationships where we almost, it's like we love each other, but we don't know how to love each other, because like in my household, I force my kids to hang out with each other. Like, y'all gonna sit in there and go watch that movie together, or y'all gonna do this, whereas like, we don't really have that relationship. My brother and sister are twins, and they have the most weirdest relationship where they have like kind of almost no care for each other. But because we grew up and my mom wasn't active in showing us what affection looks like and showing them how to be affectionate towards each other, where they kind of grew up resenting each other. And then we all grew up not close. Whereas we all grew up in the same house, so we're not even close. She didn't teach us affection. We grew up in the same. I have two younger siblings, and they are twins. You know, twins are usually attached at the hip. Yeah. They are not like that. Yeah. They are like kind of like both kind of just leave me alone, and they go off their own way. So I just know my mom. She's trying to right her wrongs, but a lot of the damage had been done already, and she's being a better grandma. I be looking at my mom.
Her props for trying to be a better grandma. I be looking at my mom,
and my kids be doing stuff that we would have. You would have put us on the floor.
I'm gonna be the same way.
The stuff we would have got smacked to the floor for my kids be doing everything. She just be like, "Oh, that's just my baby. Just let him go. Go sit down, Liam." And I just be like, "Oh, now you nice."
No.
So it's like, I do feel like a lot of times the grandparents have to right their wrongs in their grandchildren, so they be a different parent to them.
Has your mom ever apologized to you or talked to you about what you went through? What y'all, you know?
Yes, I forgive her, and my brother is struggling. I forgive my mom, and the crazy part.
So she apologized.
She did apologize, but I had to kind of force it because
the same. I don't think it's.
I'm gonna say okay. So in my scenario, there was something that was very traumatic that happened to me as a child, and my mom knew. and she didn't handle it in the way that I felt that she should have handled it, and I took a resentment for a very long time. And she didn't know how much I resented her for it until we were grown. You know, and as a parent, you feel like you're doing the best that you can, and you really don't know how your kids really feel if they don't tell you. So I resented her for a very long time because something happened to me that I felt like she didn't handle correctly. And she did apologize, but at the end of the day, the damage is done. Do I forgive her and I'm okay with rebuilding? Yes, because now as I'm a parent, I understand how hard it is to manage life, because that's the things that we don't understand, that as we're parents now. My mom, what I had to realize is that my mom was learning as she was going, as I'm learning as I'm going now. So she didn't do everything right. I'm not going to do everything right, because when you become a parent, every single step and every year is new to you with these kids. When they turn 15, it's new. You ain't never had a 15-year-old. You never had a 16-year-old. You ain't never had a 2-year-old. So it's all new to you. But
At least with that first one.
yeah, but it was a lot of things that she did that she didn't do correctly, and I just had to learn to forgive her. She didn't know how much I resented her. A lot of times in some of our black households, we have a big sweep things under the rug mentality, where it's something traumatic.
That should be on the kid, because that's like you taking on that, and it's like it got swept under the rug, and now I gotta bring it back up to get you to see it and apologize and
Absolutely.
understand what you, and I shouldn't have to do that, because
But what if they truly don't see it? I feel like we have the benefit of all of this knowledge and mental health awareness, and all. They didn't have all of the knowledge that we have today. So I think it's our duty to kind of bring it up. Now, if they don't understand when we bring it up, if we say, hey, you was verbally abusive, you made me feel like this, and now they won't own up to it, that's a different story. But they didn't know how to deal with the trauma that they dealt with.
Like,
you know?
we do.
Yeah,
We a little more progressive in that way.
That's cool, right? So now that I'm grown and my parent is however old they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see that you're different with my kids than you were with me, because there's no way you can't see that, right?
You see there's a difference. So you need to come talk to me.
At what point do you come and talk to me and say, you know what?
I didn't handle that
It was
right.
we went through some stuff,
And they know.
maybe I could have did this. You can't tell me that they don't know that they didn't handle shit properly all
right.
the time.
If
You're coming to me and you're saying, I want us to have this type of relationship, and why don't you tell me you love me, or why don't you hug me, or why don't, and you
But
know
you're doing
you
it to the grandparents, the grandkids.
No, you know you didn't do that with me, but you want this. At what point do you come have a conversation with me and say, hey, I fucked up as a parent.
messed up.
You know, I should have been more like this. I apologize that I wasn't, because that to me shows way more taking responsibility for your actions as a parent, regardless if you was learning or not. Yeah, we learning. But now that I've learned, it's okay for me to go back and say I was wrong for that.
In the midst of it, I didn't know.
Instead of you having to come to me and tell me,
Or just acting like it didn't happen.
you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you need to come fess up for
Whatever it was that you did.
because you don't know how that may release me. But me coming to you ain't gonna be the same, because I shouldn't have to. It's almost like you ignoring the fact of whatever it was that you did. You know, like, as you said, let's just sweep it under the rug.
That's why I said
gotta
people
bring
was
it
But
up.
the initial communication has to happen, though. We've lived a whole life together, so it might be many wrongs I've done you. You gotta let me know what specifically
We talking about these
bothering
big ones.
you.
Them big ones that you swept under the rug,
that you can't. Okay, I got
there's
you.
a one scenario, and I'm not gonna say it on this camera, that I had in my household that happened, and my mom, the way she handled it, she swept it under the rug. And I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but we're gonna just use SA. And you can't tell me that because it was different times then that there's a different level of right and wrong. You knew right and you knew wrong then, regardless of if mental health is in a different place then. And when I asked her about it, she kind of just said, you were so young, I swept it under the rug thinking that you'd forget about it. And the same thing that she thought I'd forget about, I would forget about, was something that when I finally confessed it to my dad, made him cry. So you know that there's at some point that you need to have a conversation and say, I didn't handle that right. I didn't do that right. I didn't handle it right. And I think that that's the point. Is they do think that being a better grandmother makes them. That's like the
fixer.
patch. That's
Yeah,
the
the
fix.
patch, yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't do right by you, so I need to do right by my grandkids. And yes, I do want you to do right by your grandkids, but there's some fixing, and
still your kid.
I'm still your child. And being a child doesn't end at adulthood, so there are wounds that still need to be fixed. And granted, with me and my mom, we've gotten there, but it took me telling her, "Hey, this happened, and it scarred me." And she was like, "I didn't know."
And even if you doing whatever for your grandkids, like maybe you fixing those issues between us can help.
I wish I could have got the mom.
With me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that could still affect your grandkids because
That's true.
you don't know how that's been affecting my relationship with my kids or any of that. Like it's just I'm still your kid. You should come talk to me
And fix
you know,
it.
and fix it. Yeah, you should.
All right. One last quick topic. I saw you post something on Punk,
Oh shit.
and it's not
Your
even.
turn.
No, it's not even controversial. I want to get a sports topic in real
Alright.
quick because
Okay.
we should be into that. It was about NBA. Was it Halliburton saying that he wanted the NBA season to be shorter? It was one
Tatum.
of the. Okay,
think
it was
Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Tatum.
Yeah.
So NBA players are wanting a shorter season. Your opinion, Punk?
I don't like it. You play 82 games. If you make it to the playoffs, you play how many games, however many, you make millions. People go to work hella days out the year.
For sure.
Don't make that
No,
type
for
of money.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like we get to go have fun and play a game you know what I'm saying? Those 82 nights out the year, like you're going to play a game.
And get paid what
millions.
people don't
People
even
are
make in their lifetime.
spending money to come see you, and it's like, oh, we should shorten this. So what's gonna happen to those people, right? Because we shorten the season. Guess what? The owners still want to make that same amount of money. So now ticket prices probably gonna go up. Guess what? Fans might not be able to afford that. The ones that want to come see you.
Because now it's less games, so
Less
there's
games
more
to come
demand.
see. You know, so
I can speak
how
on
does-
this directly.
how
I
does
work in
that-
the arena.
How does that affect the fans that y'all want to come see y'all and
And the workers.
the workers?
And the workers, y'all talking about shortening the season. I need my
Are y'all
hours. I need
finna
to
pay
work.
them more money to make up for the no?
They
It's just
not.
gonna be like, and I think like y'all don't think about everybody that affects, and it's like it's wearing us down.
I just think it's a little ungrateful. It's a little to be able to work 82 days a year.
And let's not say that because y'all got training. Y'all
Okay,
got-
let's
we
not add
understand y'all do other, but that's
Essentially, it's
part
those
of it.
those real work days are those days where you are in season. That's only
Let's give
in
him 150.
season
Let's
is
give him a
6
hard 150. Let's give him 150.
hell no. We
They
giving
ain't
you
even work-
82. Them days that pay your salary from
Okay.
them fans coming to see you and all of that.
82 days a year.
days because that's what your salary come from, right? The fans,
Well,
the
practice
TV
too, right?
deals, and all. How do they get revenue? Fans,
I'm not gonna
TV
argue
deals, not
semantics
from
with
practice.
Yeah, okay,
So,
that's fine.
You know what I'm
but,
saying?
yeah. I mean,
That's-
even if we did say 150 though.
150 is less than the average
Yeah,
American work.
that's still
and
like,
you
if
ain't
you
putting
said
on no
100,
suit
like,
and
that's
tie.
only a third of the
you
year.
going to go play a game that you
Ain't
love.
even a third of it.
You are
Right.
doing something you love every day and getting paid an extraordinary amount of money for it. Stuff that people are never
Go
going
to
to
work.
see. The amount of money that some of us will never see in a lifetime. You are making in a year, a week, a month. Some of them are spending our life savings in a month,
in a day.
in a day.
Go to work.
And you're complaining. We should not be complaining to be privileged. If you signed up for this lifestyle, you knew, Michael Jordan knew from the years since basketball has been a thing, everybody worked from same seasons.
Like, just imagine doctors, teachers, look,
Saying, I'm working too much.
I don't want to work that many days. No,
School year too long.
shit, we gon'
Kids be all right. Put them out 3 months early. No, it's like You knew this career, you dreamed of this career, you wanted this career, and you got it, and you cannot complain. Because if you're asking for a shorter season, there is somebody out there with is almost probably as much talent as you that would gladly work that entire season plus overtime.
And guess what? When your ass was a kid and whatever else, guess how many games we played?
What?
A lot. 10
Every
a
day.
day. 10 a day. We just out there
Just
hooping
balling,
till we
yeah.
can't sweat no more, can't
And you
move.
getting paid for it.
And you getting paid for it, and we was just doing it because we love the game.
Man, it's
The
somebody
same
out there.
reason you was doing it early in your life because you love the game.
That's what
the
it is, a lot
same
of them
reason
lose
why
the
you
love.
claim you do it now because you love the game and you making millions. But let's shorten. Let's cut the fans and what they get to see.
I bet you if they started playing and paying them instead of giving them lump sum crack contracts, paying them per game,
Oh,
that would
people
go out
be
the window.
playing.
Wanting the season to be shorter would leave if they got paid per game and not a whole lump sum contract.
And a lot of
They're-
people would be
Oh,
playing.
y'all want it to be 70 games? We cutting out, what's that, about 15% or something of your games you playing? We taking 15% of your
contract. Yeah. Then that would make. I
ain't gonna want to hear that shit, right?
I think it's selfish to complain about the length of the games when there is. I promise you, there's some boy in college who didn't make the league who is literally devastated. Somebody out there is devastated that they don't have your life right now.
We just a world that take opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, we take them for granted.
For sure. So I just think no NBA player should be complaining about how much they got to go to work because somebody is actually out there standing on their feet
Wishing
for 8
they
hours.
could.
Somebody is standing out there on their feet for 8
You
hours.
said 8.
8, 10 hours, and they only taking home $200 for that whole day, and they've been on their feet 8 hours, and they are making this world run. They might be your garbage man, your construction worker, or whatever. They stand on their feet for 8 hours, and you have to go play a 2-hour
make
game.
more money than doctors, and they ass be on call a lot.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's my
we
take
just
on
be
that.
finding the craziest things to.
We make anybody
have
famous
issues
too.
with.
We gotta stop that.
We make famous.
Just people, period.
Oh. Yeah,
I just
you
looking
right,
at
but I
right now,
thought
we
it was
making
like
too many
somebody-
people famous. Not even just basketball players. We gotta stop making everybody famous and rich. Everybody don't need to be rich. We got too many people out here that's talking and don't need to be rich.
I ain't against the people being rich that play sports because it's an
Not the
entertainment
sports. I'm talking about
field, you
everybody
know?
else. We
But
making too
don't
many
complain
people
about
famous.
it.
But don't complain about it. And we definitely be making people famous. Y'all can make me famous though. Do y'all shit.
They tried to yesterday.
Oh, you went viral? I gotta go look at it.
Yeah, go on TikTok. You gonna be.
I gotta go look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
What you do?
Apparently,
Hey,
I'm
Drake.
a pedo. She like
Oh my
I heard
god!
you like,
I gotta go
yo,
look it up now.
crazy work. I'm weird, a pedo, all type of shit.
Oh,
Hey,
I've been viral a couple times. So
I
they.
said I wouldn't be doing the majority of changing my daughter's diapers if I had a daughter. I feel like me and my wife discussed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she
I get
would
what
do
they
that.
saying.
And I'm a pedo. and
That's
I'm
not
weird.
a pedo. Most men don't want to
fuck
do
is
that if their wife
wrong
is sitting
with
right there,
y'all,
but they will.
And literally said that in the clip, right?
Like I will if I have to, but I would rather.
somehow
They
they
heard what
read
they
to
wanted
you.
to
He's
hear.
a weirdo and a pedo.
yeah, they told his
No,
butt
y'all weird for thinking that weird shit.
No, I get what you
They
saying.
told him.
I definitely get
up.
Do y'all shit though. Thank you. Run it up. Keep running it up. Yeah, ass.
Hey, punk. I heard you like him young. Okay. All right.
That's great.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Hey, get off my guy, man. This man has
Hey, no,
integrity.
talk,
This this is a man of integrity.
Yeah, we don't play with kids.
No,
They know that.
absolutely
You know what I'm
not.
saying? But y'all can
Okay.
talk y'all shit. Think what y'all want to. I
get
really
what
don't
you.
care.
I get what you meant. People love to purposely misunderstand what people say.
Yeah,
they
absolutely,
don't understand
absolutely.
exactly what you said, and they just like people just like to argue.
I think the majority of this world we live in is miserable as fuck.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And they project all that misery and negativity, and y'all just hear misery. Y'all
Yeah.
hear negativity. Y'all
feed on
hear
it.
like, and that's what y'all feed on.
Oh, y'all,
But do y'all shit.
I be going. Don't feel bad. They call you a pedo every time I go viral. They call me fat.
Oh,
They call me fat. Every time I go by Raw, I get called fat 100 times. And fat people don't. Fat people don't get to give no opinion on nothing. So that's just don't feel bad. That's just what it is.
They flooded the comments, boy.
All type of shit.
All right.
Keep running it up though. Appreciate y'all.
Run it up.
I'm very secure in the father that I am and the type of person I am. So don't none of that shit bother me. Do y'all shit.
Episode 108. Any final words?
Shout out to all the people watching, commenting, all that shit. Do y'all thing. We appreciate it.
Period.
Anything else for you?
I don't have no final words. Y'all know it's always a pleasure to be here. I know y'all can call me anytime. I'm gonna come on out.
We appreciate you.
For sure.
Peace out.
All right.